Mary, Queen of Scots? Well, hey, since we're here, let's learn about her. Mary was born December 8th of 1542, and what's crazy is just a week before her birth, her father, King James of Scotland, died. And because of his death, Mary was put on the throne as an infant, and because she was just an infant, her great-uncle Henry VII made a bid for control, but her mother wasn't having any of that, and so she acted as regent on Mary's behalf. And Mary, she had a lot going on up here. She was skilled in poetry, falconry, needlecraft, and horsemanship. She also knew several languages like French, Latin, Spanish, Greek, Italian, along with her mother tongue of Scots. And this Mary, Mary Stuart, is not Bloody Mary. She did not persecute the Protestants. She often gets confused with Mary I, whom I already did a video about. Now this little love bug right here, she was married 3 times. First to Francis II, he died of an ear infection. Second, she was married to her own cousin, Henry Stuart. That pissed her family off and he ended up being murdered. Third, she was married to James Hepburn, Earl of Bothwell, and he was suspected of killing the second one. Now Mary's union with James, it was a scandalous one and it really pissed off the Scottish dignitaries. So on July 24th of 1567, they made Mary abdicate the throne in favor of her son James, and then on 1568, they imprisoned her in Loch Leven Castle. Did you think a little imprisonment was going to stop Mary? Heck no. She ended up escaping, raising an army. That army was defeated, so she ended up fleeing to England and sought the protection of her cousin Elizabeth I. However, instead of helping her, Queen Elizabeth I imprisoned her. Now, Queen Elizabeth, she was an about-no-games. She ended up using Mary as a political pawn and imprisoned her for 19 years in various castles across England. Now, 19 years in prison would piss anybody off, and Mary was found to be plotting against Elizabeth I through coded letters written to various people, and she was found guilty of treason. Sadly, Mary was executed, and even more sadly, her execution was fumbled. Now, as she approached the block, she cast off her black coat and revealed a red dress, which is the Catholic symbol for martyrdom. Now, the executioner, they had a hack at her neck 3 times before she was beheaded, and when he went to pick up her head, he dropped it because he grabbed her by the wig.